Play with no rehearsal. Cause the devil is a lie. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Do. Fight for millions. Hey, barbershop conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Man. Don't forget, we go live 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and this might be the topic for tonight's show. You know, amongst other things. And don't forget to join my Patreon. Just go to Patreon and type in barbershop conversations, and it'll pop right up. Right. And all right, let's jump into this really, really quick. Y'all remember February 16th, 14th, Grammy weekend? Tank Davis just fought at the StubHub Center. And it's funny how they have symmetry for me this year. And the next day I go interview on my own dime. Get stuck going around the mountain because they closed the gate, the grapevine, because it was snowing, it was frozen. And it actually took me 8 hours to get home instead of 3.5, you know. And I did an interview with Andre Ward. And as soon as I did the interview, everyone maligned me. Oh my gosh. People hated on me. And I actually, if y'all don't remember, I was so exhausted from that damn interview. I didn't do videos for like 2 days. Like, I was just exhausted and emotionally spent from a standpoint of, like, I can't believe Andre Ward lied to my face. Right? You understand what I'm saying? And people saying, "Oh, Fred, you're wrong for doing it. How can you stand with Andre Ward?" Well, do you want to be right, or do you want to win, or do you want to move forward? Right? People say, "Oh, Fred, you can't talk about being black. You got an Asian wife. You had baby with Asian kids. How can you talk about being black? Fred, how can you talk to a Hall of Fame boxer like this, man? Multi-millionaire fighter. He could whoop your ass." Well, all the above is true. All of it, everything you're saying is true. But when you stand on your square, you'll be vindicated. Whether it's 50 years, they give you the Medal of Honor and you're dead, or it comes 10 months later. Well, I'm going to reiterate this. Everything that I stand on my square on, I end up being right. I end up being right. And let me tell you this. It at the end of the day, it takes a lot of courage to do what I do. It takes a lot of courage. Right? Hey, Kiki. Owie, you okay? Yeah. Okay. Come on. It takes a lot of courage to do what I do, right? And Andre Ward said something which was so profound, and I want y'all to hear the clip from Black Fight Fans Instagram.
The first fight between Fury and Wilder, that neither guy would want to go through that again or risk all of that again to face each other. I was wrong. The fight is happening. Deontay Wilder is as popular and as confident and as dangerous as he's ever been. Tyson Fury is as popular and as confident as he's ever been. Both of these fighters have a lot of throwback in them. Yep. They're willing to risk a lot in order to gain a lot. I respect it, and I can't wait. Exactly.
Well, you guys just heard it. I'll play it again at the end of the video. But I mean, he didn't say Fury didn't want it, but you know, I mean, I don't know if ESPN asked him to do this. I don't know if he said this genuinely, but I'm doing this to vindicate myself. And the winner is, yes. Yeah, you want to sit down? And the winner is, you know what I mean? You know what the most beautiful thing about this is? The kids' playroom is next door to my office. My travel work time is 3 feet. So, go watch Dragons. Go watch Dragons.
Go watch Dragons. Go watch Dragons.
Go watch Dragons, dude.
Go watch Dragons, dude.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go watch Dragons. Go watch Dragons. So what I mean by that is, see you later. See you later. Okay, close the door. Oh man. So as I digress back into what I was saying. So I don't know if he said it genuinely or ingenuous or ESPN asked him. I don't care about that. I always say a public action deserves a public response, right? And I was maligned. How dare Fred do this? I didn't think I was being disrespectful. I thought Andre Ward should not have said that because he went through the same thing with HBO and Triple G. Triple G would not move up. And then Kovalev, it was about race. He said it wasn't about race. Fight Hype video proved he said out of his words it was about race. And they said because it was a tough fight, it could have went either way on the scorecards. Most people say. I had Andre Ward winning. I stand by it. And they said he wouldn't want to have to go through that again. And 7 months later, June 17th, if I'm not mistaken, Ward, or June 21st, he stepped back in the ring and stopped Sergey Kovalev. And one thing about rematch that him and Deontay Wilder have in common, they're better. You know what I mean? In big fights, they show up and show out. That's the one thing I can say they have in common, you know? And Andre Ward, I don't care if it was disingenuous, genuine, you gave a public response. In this video, I'm not going to get on my thing. I'll just say thank you. You know, at the end of the day, just thank you. You understand what I'm saying? And I have yet to watch that interview. I haven't watched the interview because because it's like on a superficial level, it's like finding out as a 4-year-old Santa Claus ain't real, the Tooth Fairy ain't real. You know what I mean? Because I remember Andre Ward and I had conversations off camera. He remembers this about the race in boxing as it relates to Sergey Kovalev. You understand what I'm saying? And it was in transition. It wasn't like a sit down conversation like he does with other people. It was, so I knew what it was about. But I think because he had the ESPN logo on, he couldn't talk about race because and I'm not neither here nor there. I just want to make this video. Yes, it to put clout on my back and say, haha, it's the interview. It's definitely the interview of the year. No interview has permeated boxing more so than this. I mean, shit. I mean, god damn. How many response videos did y'all send me? At least 75. I didn't watch them. I couldn't watch them. You understand what I'm saying? I literally couldn't watch them because I was just exhausted from that experience. And the way Deontay Wilder has moved, it definitely, I wouldn't say vindicates him because he's been moving like that. It just validates how he's moved. It just validates who he is as a man and who he is as a person. Because if I was Deontay Wilder's advisor, you know, there are other fights he could have taken. You understand what I'm saying? And got the same amount of money. So Andre Ward, if they're smart to promote this fight, if they're smart, and watch they do it because they're going to watch this video. They need to do an Andre Ward, Deontay Wilder sit down. 2, Fox doesn't have anybody like Andre Ward. Andre Ward needs to do the face-to-face for ESPN. I think it's eloquent. Now watch all this shit happens. Everything I say, everything I tell ESPN to do, they do. You know, Evan Cornball watches all my videos, man. And I get to see him. Yeah, we're gonna have Evan, you and I gotta have a conversation for real. Just on some mature grown man shit. You and I gotta have a conversation. I'll see you fight week. What else? Yeah, man. So I finally proven right. Finally proven right. Finally proven right, dog. Oh man. Interview of the year. I get the Courage Award of the year. Who's doing what I'm doing? No credentials, still get the same interviews. And I get one-on-ones now, which is just beautiful. Those scrums, like, y'all can have them scrums. I don't want no scrums. Who gives a care about those scrums, man? One-on-one interviews is where I want to be. You understand what I'm saying? So so thank you guys. We did it. You know what I mean? I appreciate all my supporters for 2019. This was a hell of a year for us, right? This was a hell of a year, up and down, left, right. But when I'm going to forever stand on my square. And people say, why, Fred? I was born this way. It has nothing to do with how much money I'm worth. It has nothing to do with how short I am or how dark I am or what I believe or how many kids I have or what kind of car I drive. I was just born this way. You understand what I'm saying? I've always been the captain of every sports team I've been on. I've won awards in every profession I've ever done except journalism. You know what I mean? From teacher to trainer to writing, I've won awards. You understand? So So yeah, man, the marathon continues, man. But I was vindicated. Uh, let's hear this shit again.
Boxed. I tweeted after the first fight between Fury and Wilder that neither guy would want to go through that again or risk all of that again to face each other. I was wrong. The fight is happening. Deontay Wilder is as popular and as confident and as dangerous as he's ever been. Tyson Fury is as popular and as confident as he's ever been. Both of these fighters have a lot of throwback in them. Yep. They're willing to risk a lot in order to gain a lot. I respect it and I can't wait.
Exactly.
And I'll say this too. Y'all want to keep it 100? Y'all want to keep it a super buck? My interview with Andre Ward will be as important, not as important, but if there's a level 2, then Deontay Wilder and Andre Ward. There's no more hype interview for this fight than me and Andre Ward doing a one-on-one and Andre Ward and Deontay Wilder doing a one-on-one. There's no bigger interview leading into this fight as of today. Call it what you want. And keep it real. I went through Andre Ward's interviews. This was a long time ago. February, March. I can't remember the numbers, but that's Andre Ward's biggest interview. My interview with Andre Ward is his biggest interview. And I'm not talking about post-fight reactions. None of that bullshit, because you have 2 million people watching at one time. So that's an inflated number. What I'm talking about when you go from ground zero, when you're just doing a one-on-one interview, not those. That's his most potent interview he's ever done. That video created the most reactions. You understand? Well, I'll say second, because a lot of people had a lot to say about the split decision win against Sergey Kovalev. So it's the second. You understand what I'm saying? And I did nothing but build this brand. You understand? He did nothing but build my brand. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So as I say, when you're competing, the goal is to win. But I'm just the kind of guy that don't like clipping men's wings. And you know, people say it was personal with Andre Ward. No, it wasn't personal, but it's hard to trust a man that look you in the eye and lie to you. You understand? Like literally lie. Like, and I'm sitting looking at him like, we know your dad is white, but that's not an excuse to talk about what's the reality that you and I live in every day. Because my son is mixed. When he's going to get pulled over at some point. He's going to be a black child. You understand what I'm saying? My daughter, she's going to be a black child. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that's widely important. And we did it. So Andre Ward, man, salute to you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I'm bullshitting, but that one-on-one with Andre Ward and Deontay Wilder needs to happen. He actually needs to fly down to Alabama and make that shit happen. And when he does that, I'm going to fly down to Alabama. I'm serious. So Deontay, let me know if they ever arrange that shit, because that's a powerful, and that's going to move the meter. Don't do that shit in a motherfucking backdrop on the stage. Don't make it as organic as possible, because Andre Ward going down there gives off the impression of humility. Gives off the impression of I apologize. You understand? As opposed to doing it at ESPN studios. That's a little bit what's the word? Plasticky. You know, it has more authenticity if he's in Andre Ward. I mean, if he's in Deontay Wilder's gym, you know what I mean, and got the kids working out, you know, it shows the community, because Deontay Wilder got a lot of quotes in his gym. You know, and it just makes more sense. I think they'll do it. You understand? So but if that happens, I definitely want to be there. I'll fly down there for the day to go experience that. So hey, one of my investments came through. That's a good deal. That's beautiful. So, anyways, man, yeah. So, speaking of that, swear to Jesus Christ. Spoken about betting on people. I let someone borrow some money, and I got a 18% return on my money. Betting on small businesses, betting on independent people goes a long way. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing. So yeah. So Andre Ward, I'm very interested in that interview with you and Deontay Wilder. And no, we don't ever have to talk again. I'm not pressing you for the interview, but I think Nipsey Hussle said it best. Gosh, let me find that shit. Well, I'm just gonna quote what he said. He says, "We got to figure out how we react to negative stimuli, right? We got to work on our responses. You understand what I'm saying? You want to sit down? You want to sit down? So we got to respond how we got to work on how we respond to being disrespected. That's a term he used, right? Everything ain't guns and fists. You understand what I'm saying? Say hi. You like go say hi? Okay. So we you want what?
Toast.
You want toast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Daddy.
Okay, go get your sock. Go get your sock downstairs. It's in the TV room. Go get your sock. So they downstairs watching Dragon. Oh man, go ahead. Go ahead. Go get your sock and come back. So I'm doing videos. So, this shit's in real time, y'all. By bus. So that y'all don't mind, I'm sure. So yeah, man, I think it's really hey, as intrinsic as weird as this may sound, us sitting down doing a one-on-one interview is the second most important interview. It's more valuable than him interviewing Terrence Crawford. I ain't lying. Just think about this shit. Just think about how powerful that interview was I did with Andre Ward. How many responses and retweets and dog. I couldn't. Hey, yo, you found your sock. Hey, come on.
Toast.
Okay, we'll get you toast.
Hey,
How?
Daddy.
Mhm,
Hey, Daddy.
mhm,
Hey, Daddy.
mhm.
Hey, Daddy.
All right, I'm coming. Go ahead. Go downstairs and watch Dragons. I'll be there in a minute. Okay. And you want to wait here with Daddy? Come on. You want to wait with me? Okay, let's wait. So, anyways, man, y'all got my drift. We'll play it one more time. And no, y'all heard it enough. Anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Kennedy and I are signing off. Say peace.
Peace.
Say peace.
Peace.
Peace. Soul and hair grease. What do you say on Soul Train? So I'll talk to you guys soon. And we're going live tonight, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And join my Patreon. Join my Patreon. We're going to turn up and show out. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Again, thanks, Andre Ward, for being honest. You know what I mean? It's, regardless of what people think, it does take a level of humility and a lack of pride and self-respect and just respect for the truth to actually say something like that publicly. Some people are going to say he didn't tell Tyson Fury that. Yeah, that may be true. He didn't tell Tyson. He said he said Deontay Wilder wouldn't want to go through that again. But at the end of the day, he apologized. It's like I told somebody this the other day, earlier today. Come on. I told somebody this the other day. If you get caught cheating, right? And your wife asks you or your husband asks you, how many people did you sleep with? You're gonna say one. You're not gonna say 5 or 7 or 10. You're just gonna say one. It was just Teresa. It was just Michael. You know what I mean? So, anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. And we're gonna go have some toast. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.